A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
A review of Leeds United vs Chelsea. This is a review of Leeds United vs Chelsea, a game that saw Mason Mount score the only goal and Lukaku get the other for the Blues.
However, the match was far from over. Leeds were dominated by Chelsea for long periods and were unable to stop them.
Despite this, Leeds were still able to create chances and get goals from Mason Mount and Lukaku. In this piece, I'll look at why Leeds' defence was not able to stop Chelsea.
Leeds United lose 3-0 to Chelsea. Leeds United lost 3-0 to Chelsea in the Premier League on Saturday as the Blues took advantage of a mistake from their temporary defender to open the scoring.
Mason Mount was set up by Reece James, who finished high past Illan Meslier. Leeds held onto the 1-0 lead for longer than they probably should have, but Chelsea quickly struck back and took the lead again.
Reece James drove up the left flank and smashed a fine goal past Illan Meslier. Chelsea's second goal came from Romelu Lukaku, who reacted with great skill to head his own header into the left post.
The loss leaves Leeds United in the relegation zone, while Chelsea are closing in on a Champions League spot. Leeds lost their first match of the season to Arsenal and now face Brighton and Brentford in their last two fixtures.
Leeds' lack of composure cost them, as Mason Mount slotted home a pass from Reece James in the 4th minute. As a result, Leeds were lucky not to lose more points and now they have just two fit strikers.
Mason Mount scores for Leeds United. Everton manager Frank Lampard was delighted to see Mason Mount score for Chelsea against Leeds United on Wednesday evening.
Both Lampard and Mount have been highly criticised at Elland Road over the Spigate scandal involving the Derby County and Leeds United. Leeds and Everton are currently battling for survival in the Premier League and the match at Elland Road was a huge boost for both.
Lampard was also pleased to see Mount score in front of the home crowd at Elland Road. The visitors took the lead in the first half after a slick counter and Mason Mount curled home after being teed up by Reece James.
But Leeds' defence was all over the place and they were not able to create clear-cut chances from set pieces. After losing Daniel James to a straight red card for a reckless tackle on Mateo Kovacic, the home side were reduced to 10 men.
Mason Mount's goal was not enough to save Leeds from the defeat and Christian Pulisic scored from 20 yards to score the winner. Reece James waited too long to feed Romelu Lukaku, but Mason Mount found him and played a pinpoint pass.
The goal dampened the atmosphere that was building up at Elland Road prior to the game. Leeds had been feeling the tension, but Mount's goal put a lid on the nerves of the home fans.
If Leeds are to stay up in the Premier League, they must win both games. Lukaku scores for Chelsea.
Romelu Lukaku scored his first goal for the Blues against Leeds United on Sunday afternoon, heading in from close range from an excellent cross from the right by Matt James. Lukaku was offside but was undoubtedly disappointed to miss the opportunity to double his tally.
After a promising start, Chelsea kept up the pressure and Lukaku's goal was a welcome addition. While the home crowd were roaring, Leeds fans were left disappointed, as the visitors had not defended well against Chelsea.
Lukaku was in great form, scoring the winning goal in the 83rd minute. The Belgium striker also assisted the goal by Christian Pulisic, and Mason Mount was excellent in front of goal.
His energy and movement were key to the attack against Leeds. The midfield was an attacking force for Chelsea and caused a number of problems for the Leeds defence.
Lukaku's goal was the perfect finish to the victory, which put Chelsea 4 points clear of second-placed Leeds United. Out with the result, Chelsea remain in the hunt for Champions League qualification.
Spurs' loss to Leeds United on Thursday will guarantee Chelsea a place in the top four. Lukaku's goal secured the victory for Chelsea, as it was the Belgian's third goal in 2 games.
Lukaku is now on the verge of a major breakthrough, scoring in all 3 competitions. He has become one of the most exciting players in the Premier League.
Dan James sent off for Leeds United. After getting Dan James sent off for a horror challenge on Gabriel Martinelli, Leeds United were left to deal with a massive blow.
The game was unlikely to go Leeds' way, but Leeds must now rally for the trip to Brighton. Leeds must rouse themselves ahead of the trip to the Premier League's bottom 3.
The timing of Leeds' game is terrible. Leeds have lost 3 of their last 4, and Jesse Marsh's side is in serious trouble.
Paul Robinson was quick to condemn the tackle after watching the game on Sunday and said that the tackle was dangerous. Although he had initially got the ball, James was not in the right place to follow through with the tackle and deserved to be sent off.
After the match, James appealed to the Leeds supporters for their support, which was overwhelming. However, the referee couldn't decide whether James deserved a red card or not.
Leeds United have lost their last 2 games and are now just 1 point clear of relegation. Their latest defeat comes just a day after Luke Ayling was dismissed for a reckless challenge on Mateo Kovacic.
As a result, Jesse Marsh must now decide how to turn the game around. After all, the side has already suffered a hammering after a poor start to the season.
Relegation zone for Leeds United. Leeds United lost to 10-man Chelsea 3-0 at Elland Road on Wednesday night, and the result plunges the Yorkshire club deeper into the relegation zone.
2 goals from Mason Mount and 1 from Christian Pulisic put the visitors in control. Leeds, who remain in the bottom 3, had a player sent off before the game for a reckless tackle on Mateo Kovacic in the first half.
Leeds had just 5 points from their first 5 matches and were looking for a win to climb out of the relegation zone. Relegation zone is a tough place to be.
The fight for survival needs aggression, competitiveness and self-control. But Leeds have all of these attributes in spades, and this is why they threaten to drag themselves into the championship.
Like a young heavyweight, Leeds seem to have lost their way and are wasting their energy on the wrong things. In front of their home crowd, Leeds imploded in the manner they did against Arsenal at the weekend.
As for the game against Chelsea, there were some positives for Leeds. Although Leeds have conceded 37 goals in home games this season, the team only managed 5 shots on target.
Despite the result, Leeds remain in the relegation zone with 2 games to play against Brentford and Brighton. The club needs to win both of these games to stay up in the top flight.
In the meantime, it is not clear how the players will respond to the defeat. Dan James's challenge on Mateo Kovacic.
Leeds fans were furious after Dan James' reckless challenge on Mateo Kovacic at Saturday's game at Elland Road. The Croatian midfielder was sent off after making a challenge on the Chelsea player.
Chelsea's Mateo Kovacic was substituted soon after the incident and was later sent off. Leeds supporters had also been abusive towards Chelsea players, banging on the perspex sheets that protected them.
Leeds fans also shouted abuse at Chelsea's Mateo Kovacic, who had a front-row seat to the match. Leeds winner received his first red card in his career, which was widely viewed as a reckless challenge.
The incident sparked outrage, especially after the relegation crisis the club is currently in. Leeds star was clearly incensed and tense when he sprinted into Kovacic's area, initially gaining the ball but eventually knocking him down on the calf.
The game was a thriller as the Blues and Whites both ended up 1 goal apiece. Leeds were in desperate need of a point and conceded 1 goal in the first half.
Mason Mount was the man who scored. Leeds also endured a horrific injury to Daniel James when he made a foul on the Croatian midfielder.
In addition to his injury, James also received a yellow card for a challenge on Mateo Kovacic. The result of the tackle meant Kovacic missed the final of the FA Cup.
Todd Boehly's ownership of Chelsea. The sale of Chelsea is expected to be completed by late May, but the deal has a long way to go before it can be finalized.
The Boehly Group, which includes Wes, have been in exclusive negotiations to purchase the club, but have been unsuccessful in their bid to buy the club from Jim Ratcliffe. Boehly attended the London School of Economics and worked for Citibank before joining the financial services group Guggenheim Partners.
Boehly then went on to become the firm's chairman. Boehly is a part owner of the Dodgers, the Lakers, and the Sparks.
This background has helped him secure Chelsea, and his interest in the team has been long-standing. But Boehly's interest in the club has recently been questioned because of the high wage bill and the value of the collateral attached to his loan.
The spokesman for Boehly said, "I don't think it's the best solution for the club. The deal is likely to be a huge deal for Chelsea and its fans."
The American-Swiss consortium will assume a majority shareholding in the Boehly Group, which is a big step for the club. While Boehly's deal may be controversial, the move is sure to boost the club's popularity.